This is a special time when we've come together to celebrate the life of a man who has been an ideal to humankind. When my wife Millie and I first heard the news that our dear friend John Van Dyke had passed away, we were deeply saddened and really shocked. I couldn't believe that he had been taken so suddenly, because we knew, as was mentioned, he was a man of the world. He traveled a lot, and many people wanted to hear him and touch him and be with him. Just a week before his death, John had come to the Honolulu airport, and after a long trip home from Washington to greet his son, Jesse, and Millie and I also, as John always did, always. He met us there with Lay. He was full of life as usual, motivated to take action on the latest injustices that needed solutions, and suggesting to me ways that Congress could help. Millie was so happy to be home, away from the November cold of D.C., and talked with John about how wonderful it is to live in Hawaii, the beauty of its people and the islands, and also talked to John of being updated on the local news. Millie also reminded him, for the 100th time, I should tell you, how lucky we are to have his son Jesse working for us in Washington and looking out for us as we fly back and across the country. John told us he was excited that Jesse and Sherry join him for Thanksgiving, and that Eric would be returning home for a short time. And he had such a lovely family of Sherry, Jesse, Eric, and Michelle. I was so fortunate to work with John on Native Hawaiian and environmental issues over the years. And I always admired his passion for defending the rights of indigenous people around the world, as well as his love and devotion to his family. Looking out at all of you gathered here today to celebrate and remember John's life and to mourn his passing as well, we are all a testament to his long legacy as a celebrated legal scholar and defender of human rights and the environment, and as a beloved educator, husband, and father. Hawaii has, without question, lost a steadfast advocate for Native Hawaiian and civil rights. A leading expert on Hawaiian land and water rights law, and a tireless advocate for public lands and natural resources. The world has lost a man with a brilliant legal mind, a compassionate heart, readily willing to travel great distances to promote and uphold international human rights and to preserve and protect the environment. John always stood up for what he felt was pono. He was an inspiration for our community and his students, and he was truly Hawaiian at heart. Because of John's work, the principle of protecting our cultural and historic resources has been advanced, and the tradition of sharing our beautiful beaches, mountains, and other natural resources with all continues to be honored. You know, his signature book, Who Owns the Crown Lands of Hawaii, which I keep on my desk, will serve as a guide as the state and federal government and the Native Hawaiian people move forward to resolve the problems which persist from the overthrow of the Hawaiian kingdom. His work was far from finished, but we take comfort in knowing that he empowered thousands of young minds in Hawaii and across the Pacific with skills that make our world a better place and the inspiration to do it. He will be deeply missed by his family, students, and colleagues and friends, and countless others whose lives he touched around the world. I will always remember his righteous spirit and miss his seasoned guidance. On behalf of Millie and our ohana and the people of Hawaii that I am honored to represent, I extend our warmest aloha and heartfelt sympathy and prayers to Sherry, Jesse, Eric, and Michelle, and the rest of his family. May God bless you, and know that John will always be with you. Aloha pumihana ya kākou apau. Aloha.